Today I want to show something about the new Avolites web API, which is a protocol collection to control Avolites consoles by HTTP requests. And at first I want to show you my global setup so that you later on will have an impression how everything works together. Because what I need is I need a Avolites console with its computer running, and I need another computer which sends requests to the first one. And in order to show this, I just made this video. What we have here is a Avolites Titan Mobile with its computer. I programmed a very little show on it, which is just 10 fixtures, and I opened Capture up there so that I can see the light going on. Then I have a second computer which is connected by network to the first one. I have Ultra VNC running, which is a remote desktop program. This is this little window on the bottom. And if you look closely, you will see the same thing what I can see over there in Capture. Yeah, so the light's coming on when I bring in the fader. And the real trick is this window here. I guess I have to bring down the brightness a little bit. There you can see, yeah, now you can see both. You can see the website I programmed. You can see the remote window, albeit it's a little dark now, and you can see Capture up there. Okay, and now we go to my little website, which has a couple of faders and buttons, and I just bring in one fader, and you see, as I bring in the fader, the lights come on there and there. And if I bring down the fader again, let's go down as well. So what I did is I programmed a little website, and this website remote controls my Titan Mobile. And this is what I want to explain now. Welcome to Avolites Web API. Okay, and this is how it looks when you look closer. Just try. We had the first fader. I bring it in. And as I bring it in, here's again my remote desktop window with the capture part. I see the lights going on and going off again. And now I'm going to try to explain the individual parts of the whole thing. We make it full screen, and first thing is, where can we get it from? We open a new tab. This is just a standard Chrome, standard web browser. So we type avolites.de, please, because I'm an Avolites distributor. I am not Avolites, but I'm an Avolites guy from Germany. And here we go. Then you go to support downloads, and the last item is Web API demo. Just make a little bit more space. Well, it's German, Deutsch, or you click on English version below, and here we go. This is the English version, just a short description how it works. There are the links to the Avolites Web API documentation and the first video which Ollie did a couple of weeks ago. And here are the actual files. Essentially, I made just one single HTML file, and you could even use it online. If you click here, here we go. This is the online version, directly from our server. Or you just download it. You can either save it or you download everything together in a zip archive. And this is what I did. When you start it up for the first time, it looks slightly different. it looks like this. What we have here is essentially three parts. We have a top part with a couple of main controls. We have the center part with lots of buttons, faders, and input fields. And we have the bottom part, which is essentially the console log, which is, I think, the most important part of the whole thing, because this lists which commands were sent, and it shows the replies. So if I click test IP, for instance, the website issues this command. Yeah. So it's a GET request, HTTP, then the IP address, the port number 4430, and then Titan GET system software version. Also, it stores the IP address. That's why it says IP stored. And the green thing is this is the reply. If I have an error here, maybe I have, just by accident, I have a letter 30F and I hit test IP, it says immediately IP address not valid. Yeah? And it's red because it's an error. So we remove the F again, and now we remove, unfortunately, the 0 as well and click on test IP. And it says, okay, get the request, IP stored, and now it takes a little while until the system says, no, I don't reach this computer. Yeah. We can meanwhile copy the whole thing and open up a new tab and try here. Again, this runs a while because it tries and tries and tries until there is a timeout. And here on our website, now it has a timeout, says error 0, and this is a bad request or connection timeout. Yeah? If you wait a little longer, it will say website not available. Now here, website not available. Yeah? But if we do the correct number here, this is like Ollie had done it in his video, just a couple of requests in the browser bar. Okay, but I think this is a little bit more elegant. Okay, now it's okay, and test IP, and now it says IP is stored, so next time you open up your browser you don't need to change the IP address again. Okay, now we have explained the console log, and we go on with the top thingy. So IP address and test IP button. Then we have one button which is called send commas. If you click it, it's going to be active and it turns red in order to show that it is active. This is something due to, well, number formats. If my target machine is non-English, then it might expect commas instead of decimal points for values like the failure values, which go from 0 to 1. Yeah. So the English version would send commas, points, a decimal point, and a non-English version would send or would expect commas. And in order to take care for this, we have this button here to toggle between send commas and send points. Then next thing is we have a little but very comprehensive online help. The help is also available here on the main document. Yeah, we have English online help, but the same would go here on Open Hub. And I took great effort to explain everything what you can do on the on this one. So that's why I really recommend to take your time and just read a little bit. Then we have Open Doc. This is the Avolites Titan API documentation where you can find all the commands, yeah, whichever. Everything is explained here, so you could really copy it from here and paste it in our tool. Then we have C video. This is the fabulous video of and here's our toggle button to toggle to example respective program mode. The only difference is that in program mode I have all the input fields for all my buttons and faders, whereas in example mode they are just hidden, nothing else. Yeah, so they are not removed, they are just hidden. Okay, the first example is something what we already saw earlier. If I bring up this fader, no, I did know that. It should work, but it doesn't work, because if you remember from earlier on, this fader is supposed to control the lights, yeah, but they did not go on. But I need to activate send commas. Okay, send commas. And now it works. Yoo-hoo. Next thing is we have buttons on top and we have buttons to the side. While I already pre-filled the functions for the faders, because usually you will set this at just set level, I let all the other buttons empty. Not exactly empty, I pre-filled them with something which is almost always used, which is Titan script. And we try. If I click here, the request is HTTP / then the IP address from there, then the port number, which is always 4430, and then Titan script. If I remove this and try again, it says no command defined, because it learned that it is really empty. If I put there just one sign and try again, it is still no, it says bad request or connection timeout, of course, because my target machine doesn't understand the O. Okay, then we correct this again, and now next thing, I attached a list of all the commands which Ollie used, and this is the list of some frequently used commands. And we try here, kill all playbacks. Titan script playbacks, kill all playbacks. Here you can see that in every case it starts with Titan, and in many cases after the first slash comes script. Not always, but mostly. That's why I pre-fill this with Titan script, so that you do not need to type so much. And now we use Titan script playbacks, kill all playbacks, this one. Copy. And here we go. And which one? Doesn't matter. This one. And in order to find it again later on, we just input a title here, like kill all. Enter. As soon as I hit enter, the title is displayed on my button here. And now we can try. Bring in the fader and hit kill all. And kill all. I could also set a static value, a static level. And the only difference to my faders is that I need to define the static level, because here is a little placeholder track. The placeholder is $, and it says these requests, requests beneath, will be sent upon slider move. $, is replaced with the corresponding fader value, normalized from 0 to 1. So that's why here, of course, it has no reference to that placeholder, and that's why I need to fill in some static value there, which is 0, 8. Yeah, because again, in my condition here, I need to activate send commas, and this is what I did right now. And to find it again later on, I enter 1 at 0, 8. Enter. And try. Here we go. And kill all. Off. On. Off. For the buttons on top of the faders, it's a little bit different, but only the optics. Essentially, these buttons are completely independent from the faders, so you could put whatever you want there. Of course, it makes sense to put something which is related to the fader function, but this is completely up to you. What I do right now is I use this one, copy, and here I don't have such an input field, but I have two links, title and function. Guess what? We click on function. Now we have a little prompt for please enter function for this button. We enter this one. We change this maybe to 0.5. Okay. And we go to title. And now I simply input at 0.5 and click and kill all, and again click and click and kill all. So back to the roots. The whole thing is about sending commands to some IP address, and this is what my tool does. It just makes it easier for you, and if you toggle to example mode, you get the impression what kind of user interface you can build. I mean, if you are a web designer or you know someone who is fluent in HTML and JavaScript, it is really, really easy to change the entire layout. And this is what I wanted to do. Just show you some ideas and yeah, help you getting started. Let's have a look for some more commands. Let's use this one. Playback user number, which is go. I told earlier, these are the commands which Ollie used in his example video, and I just added here in the back some short explanation like go, select next queue, or whatever. And now I use the command for go, copy, go here, and last one. Now we enter #3 go plus, so that we know what it does. Now, so that you believe it, I also made a little queue list here, and this queue list has a user number 3. Yeah. And here is it. Yeah. 3 go, and then queue list play question mark user number 3. And what happens if we click there? It toggles through my queue list. So it is really easy to program all your buttons and faders in a way that you could run a little show with it. I mean, it's completely up to you, and again, I just wanted to give you some ideas. I tell you what, this is just an interface which is documented by Avolites, but it is absolutely up to you to use it. So I wouldn't expect too much support for your own projects. I mean, this is something you need to find a web designer for, and if you tell him, I need a button and this button needs to send some command, this should be really easy. This is absolutely basics. Yeah, and this is what I wanted to show you. What to say? Wish you all the best and have fun with this. It is really, really fun and enjoy, and I'm looking forward to getting some feedback.